Hello and welcome back to Faithful Ratter. So this is going to be one of my first educational videos, and this video is about rat diet, as you can tell from the title. Don't know why I said that, that's a bit weird. So I'd like to start off saying, before I show you how I make my rat food, I'd like to start off telling you how I think we should be feeding our rats. And a lot of this information I'm going to be sharing with you is coming from this book called The Scuttling Gourmet by Alison Campbell. And Alison Campbell has been informed by her own research and the decades of research of NFRS breeders in the UK. And it's a complete book telling you how to feed rats at every stage of their life, from being beans and a pregnant mama to being elderly rats that need a kiddie-friendly diet. So this book is absolutely wonderful, and if you go on the Scuttling Gourmet website, I think you can get it for like £12–15, and I think it's wonderful. I got it off Facebook Marketplace, so I got mine second hand, but you can get it brand new too. I think it's really good, and in my personal opinion, rats should be fed on a mix. I've got a little Corum saying hello here. You want food, but you've just been fed. You've just been fed. You can hear them eating their pasta. So, as I was saying, I believe that rats should be fed on a mixed diet because they are natural foragers in the wild, and so their diet needs to be varied. And with a pelleted diet, yes, it ensures that they have a fully complete diet when it comes to nutrition, but it's not exciting for them, and it's really boring for them, and I think a mix enriches their life, especially if it's scatter fed. It mimics more naturally how they would eat in the wild. So I believe that a mix should be how you feed your rats. And in some countries, it's much easier to feed a nutritionally balanced mix than it is in other countries. So for example, in the UK, we're lucky to have a company called Rat Ration, which is a small company that makes their own nutritionally complete mixes, as well as selling the supplements that you need to be supplementing in a rat's diet. So you have the mix that they should be eating their main meal of, which should be around 15 to 20 grams of mix per day per rat. And I tend to feed this in a breakfast and in an evening, so split in half. But other people will feed after free roam or just in the evening, and it doesn't really matter what you do. It depends what works best for you. So I will tell you a little bit about how to make up your mix, and I will leave the link in the description to go and look at the Scuttling Gourmet website and order yourself the book, because I think it's very important. Don't buy it from Amazon, because on Amazon they say it's like £150 when you can get it for much, much cheaper. So, the premise of a rat diet: 50 to 60% of the diet has to be a base mix. Now, the ones that are usually used in the UK are mueslis made for rabbits that aren't really suitable for rabbits, but make a really great base mix for a rat mix because of how they're made up with their grains, and grains make up the biggest percentage of a rat's diet. Now, you can either use a base mix like this one, which is the Pets at Home, not Pets at Home, the Wilco's Pea Feast for rabbits, which they slightly changed the ingredients since they've changed this packaging to add in alfalfa, which makes it not that great anymore, but it's a decent base mix if you can't get anything else. Plus, this bag that is 2 kilograms is only £2 in Wilco's, and Wilco's is a very accessible short store to get to. But another great base mix in the UK is Harrison's Banana Brunch. And, oh, there we go. This is what Harrison's Banana Brunch looks like. I get mine from Rat Rations, but you can buy this in like 20 kilogram bags on Amazon and other different places. But I find that I don't need that much, and so this big bag was like £8.55 for this bag of, I think it's 5 kilograms of the banana bunch. So that makes up 50%, and this is all by volume, not by weight. Makes up 50%. Or you could do, hi Katie, Wadey and Akatosh. I think I've got food. Or you could do a straight mix, a straight grain mix by yourself, which I don't feel comfortable doing that, which is why I use a base mix. But you can make a straight mix, and it's quite simple. All the instructions are in here. So Then you have 20-25% of the mix processed grains. So this is stuff like human cereals, pasta, egg noodles, rice cakes. The only thing, if you're using human cereals, you need to make sure that they have a sugar content of less than 5%. Otherwise they're a bit too sugary for the mix. Then you have protein, which is 5-10% of the mix, and dog kibble, like fish for dogs, is really good. Or Harringtons, I think other people use. And then other things that you can use are lentils, but my boys always don't eat the lentils, and I find them at the bottom of the substrate. This is a mixed water bag, so like mixed water creatures. So this is like shrimps and fish and stuff. I don't know. There's lots of things. I will put up on screen this document that I'm telling you from. So lots of different things: egg biscuits, dog kibble, dried insects, soya, and then 5-10% of the mix should be veg and herbs. So there's a few different herbs that you can get. Wilco's is a decent place to get them from. So this is a dandelion salad, and then this is a nature salad, which has a little bit more variety. It has, if I'm just checking the ingredients, oat flakes and wheat flakes and parsley and red beet, so it's just a bit more varied, but I'm going to mostly use this and some of this when I make my mix. And then seeds. Seeds make up the smallest percentage of the mix, and you should be going for things that are a little bit less fatty. Okay, so sunflower seeds make a great treat but aren't the best to be in the mix. So here's some more dried veg that I got from Rat Rations. It was really cheap. So this is carrot, this is peppers, red peppers, and then this is cabbage. So other different seeds that you can use is hemp. So I've got some hemp seeds, some sunflower seed. This is not sunflower seeds, this is pumpkin seeds. Sunflower seeds, a little bit of sunflower seeds. If you can't find the seeds on their own, you can use the Wilco conditioning bird food mix. That is a great seed mix if you're struggling to find a mix anywhere else. So that's the basis of the mix, and then on top of that you need to be feeding supplements. So there's a few different options. You can do the Rat Rations Daily Rat 3, which has been renamed to CACUD3, which looks like this. It's just a supplement powder, and I usually mix this into wet cat or dog food. I was just like looking around because our Cade hates cats, and he knows exactly what a cat is when you say it, and he doesn't like to be told that he eats cat food, so leave him alone. If you're feeding your mix that has a fortified dog biscuit in the protein section, you need to feed supplements 1 time a week, and if it doesn't, you need to feed them 2 or 3 times a week. And so I will usually feed it inside on wet meal, a decent protein based wet meal. So there's some fish for dogs options. So this is a fish for dogs mackerel with potato. This is a fish for cats, sardine and mackerel. I just buy a variety to keep them entertained. This is a fishy fish pie from Lily's Kitchen. This is a dog food.
They like the fish.
Our boys love fish, so fish is often a safe bet. Or even one of these like cat, sorry, it's right there, pouches from Fish for Dogs. That's the basis of the diet, and the reason why I feed a mix over anything else, because I feel that anything else is just quite literally subpar and not worth it. So I will tip you down now whilst I show you how I actually make my mix. So here is my mix. I have this really cool box. This is the IKEA Soterra bin, and I really like it because it allows for easy access when they're stacked. So I have actually 3 of these, and I have my litter and my bedding in here. Not my main bedding, but I like to have a little bit here by the cage so that I can refill like their baskets and stuff. I don't know whether you can see them, but the boys are like here waiting for something. I don't know what they're waiting for, but they're there waiting. So I really like this bin. I have 3 of them and I use it a lot. Ooh. So this is currently the composition of my mix. In here at the moment I have a Rat Rations mix, which is the Isomix 11 that my 2 new boys came with from their previous home, and also in here was my old mix that I made last time, and I'm wanting to fill this bin up to the top with mix this time, so that's what I'm going to do. So when you're making a mix, you need a measuring cup, because this recipe, as you can see, goes off scoops and not weight, so it goes off volume. So I tend to use this cup because I find it's a nice size, and this is how we're gonna go. So I'm gonna start with the Pea Feast because I want to get this used, because I want to get it used because it's not as good anymore. Maybe I should have scissors with me. You've just been fed, boys. So, I mean, I'm going to give them a pea flake to... Well, it doesn't even want it. So this is what the Pea Feast looks like. And for the base mix, it's 50 to 60% of the mix. And each scoop is 5%. So I'm going to do 12 scoops of base mix and see where that leaves me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8, 9. I think I'm just going to leave this because I do want to use some of this banana brunch because this was a new purchase. So I'm going to use a bit of this. So we are up to, I think, 9. Who knows? Where's my bloody glass gone? Here it is. I'm going to do 3 scoops of the banana brunch and then store it away for a later date. So that is 11. It's also very good to make sure that you're giving a variety of ingredients, and in each category you do at least 2 of the different ingredients to give them a bit of variety in each category. And also that it's exciting if you change up your mix every time you make it, which is what I'm trying to do. Next, we're doing processed grains, and I'm going to do 20% processed grains. So that is 4 scoops. So I'm going to do some pasta. So this is basically any pasta. Hold on, this pasta bag isn't opened very well. Any pasta shape is fine.
Not gluten-free, don't like that.
Don't use the gluten-free pasta. Well, we had it because I'm supposed to be gluten-free. I found my boys don't eat it, so there is absolutely no point putting it in the mix. So I'm gonna do two scoops of pasta, and then I'm going to do 1 of each of the cereals. So I have the Tesco own brand malt wheat, which is like shreddies, because my boys absolutely love these. As you can see, they've all come over. So, I mean, all that left was in there was 1 scoop anyway. So that will go in the bin. I'm going to give him shreddy because he is eagerly being a good boy. And then the other one that I have is, I think these are like Aldi or Lidl own brand shredded wheats. Usually you find the own brand ones have a less sugar percentage to the not own brand ones. So that's my 4 scoops of processed grains. I would like in the future to vary this up a bit and use egg noodles and other different things, but that's not what we have on the cards today. Now we're going to go on to protein, and protein is 2 scoops. So I'm going to scoop out these Fish for Dogs small bite kibbles for them. I have 3 different flavors. That was the salmon one, then this is the whitefish one, and oh, my phone just fell in there, and then this is the sardine one. I'm gonna try and make up 2 scoops of proteins with a variety of things. As I said, you can use lentils, but I find that my boys really aren't keen on lentils and they don't eat them, and so I'm not going to put them in a mix again, because what's the point in adding them to a mix if they don't get eaten, because then they're not getting the nutrition. So that's almost full. I think I'm going to top off this with the water creatures. So that's 1 scoop of protein. And then I'm going to do like 3/4 of my glass. Because I don't want to, the thing with rats, you shouldn't be giving them too much protein. So I don't want to overbear it. So that is that. And then, actually, I'm going to give them some of these bran flakes. Because Piriite and Coleman love them. Just a few, because, as I said, variety. Okay, so now we're on to seeds, and this should be 1 scoop. I'm not too sure if I have enough seeds for a full scoop, but we have, oh yeah, we'll have plenty. We have pumpkin seeds and these hemp seeds, and I will sprinkle in a few sunflower seeds because those are yummy and tasty. We do have sunflower seeds for the boys as a treat, and they absolutely love them. Do you want a sunflower seed, Cade? You want a sunflower seed? Yes, you do. So I'm just going to top off that. What's going on? Top off that glass with some sunflower seeds. But as you can see, the majority of the seed mix is not sunflower seeds. So we have pumpkin seeds, hemp, then a little bit of sunflower seeds. Then the next is herbs and veg, 5% each. So veg, we have the dried red pepper flakes. As I mentioned before, rat rations is a really good place to go if you can get them delivered to you if they're in the UK, because rat rations has plenty of straight ingredients, so where you can just buy like oh my god, my Hoover's gonna have fun later. So here, this is 1 cup of their dried veg, and the last thing is herbs. As I was saying, rat rations is a really great place. You can buy mixes, but you can also buy the ingredients that you might not be able to find in other places. Oh. So there is the herbs. Now comes making sure that I've done the complete recipe. Yeah, and now comes the greatest bit, which I think is the mixing. Just to make sure that everything is mixed up and that we don't just, you know, have, I'm going to take this out. So this is what this mix looks like, and I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do after I finish this video. So let's get this video finished so that I can get to cleaning up all the cabbage flakes off the floor. Annoyingly, that stopped recording because my camera likes to stop recording after like 23 minutes. Basically, what I said in a much longer version is that I think that mixes are the best way of feeding, and if you're struggling to find the minerals and the supplements that you need to feed a balanced diet using a mix, I know a lot of people, especially in America where it's much more difficult, they will use a fortified lab block or pellet as their base mix. But that's something I would prefer to do in the UK when I have access to other things. And in other places, I know Ratopedia, who made my t-shirt, I absolutely love it. She feeds lab blocks and a mix that she buys on Etsy, and I think that's a very good workaround if your country doesn't have the same products that we have in the UK. So I'm gonna go. I'm really sad because Cade was sat here cleaning and it was very cute, and never mind. But that is how I make my rat mix and how I feel about rat nutrition. I think it's very important that we try to mimic the wild as much as possible, and that we do give them a varied diet, because otherwise we're just screwing them over, in my opinion. So that's how I feed my rats. Please do your own research. Don't take everything that I say as the word of the law, because I'm not the most experienced rat owner, but this is the research that I've done, heavily involving this book and watching videos from Sami rats and other more experienced rat keepers. So that's me out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll try and get a little bit of footage of the boys to show you, but that is me, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you tune in again soon, and so does Hester. See you later.